A single web address once sold for over $30 million, yet the exact same sign-up process is open to you right now for less than the price of lunch. A domain is just a friendly nickname for a number. Every website lives at an IP address like a string of digits, and the domain name system translates your typed words into that number in milliseconds. You rent the nickname, the system does the routing. In the next few minutes, how to pick one, where to actually buy it, the traps that drain your wallet, and one setting most beginners forget. The scale is staggering. By early 2024 there were roughly 359 million registered domains worldwide, and that number keeps climbing every quarter. What was available last year may already be gone, which is exactly why knowing the process matters before you start. So before you spend a cent, you need to understand the three players quietly controlling every purchase. A great domain is short, easy to spell, and impossible to mishear when someone says it out loud. Avoid hyphens and numbers because they cause confusion and typos. Say it in a sentence. If a friend can't type it correctly on the first try, pick something simpler. Now let's actually get you a name, starting with the part most beginners rush and regret. That ending is called the TLD, or top-level domain. .com still dominates with over 155 million registrations because people instinctively trust and type it. Newer endings like .io, .ai, and .co can work brilliantly, but they often cost more and carry less instant recognition. Now here's the wildest part, and it's the setting almost everyone skips. A registrar is an accredited company licensed to sell domains, like Namecheap, Cloudflare, or GoDaddy. When you search a name, it checks a global registry in real time to see if it's free. If it's taken, the tool suggests alternatives or shows who owns it and whether it's for sale. Toggle on WHOIS privacy, usually free now, and your details get masked. Step 4. Complete checkout and turn on auto-renew so you never lose it. Here's the classic trick. Registrars advertise a rock-bottom first-year price, sometimes under $2, then the renewal jumps to $15, $20, or more every single year after. Always check the renewal price, not just the intro deal, because you'll be paying that number for as long as you own the site. That renewal trap is exactly where beginners quietly bleed money for years without noticing. At checkout you'll get bombarded with extras, hosting, email, SSL certificates, and website builders. Most of these you don't need on day one and can add later, often for free. Skip the pre-ticked boxes and buy only the domain until you actually know what you're building. Now for the checkout, where a few tiny toggles decide whether strangers can find your home address. When you register a domain, your name, email, and address enter a public database called WHOIS. Privacy protection hides those details behind the registrar's information instead. Many good registrars now include this for free, so if yours charges extra, that's a red flag worth switching over. Here's the midpoint warning, because the wildest, most expensive mistake is still coming. Domains are only leased for a set term, usually 1 to 10 years. If you forget to renew, it enters a grace period, then a costly redemption phase, and finally drops back onto the open market. Miss the window and someone else can grab it, sometimes to resell it back to you. That's why auto-renew exists, one toggle that stops you from losing everything you've built. Expired domains are big business. Premium names resell for enormous sums, some individual domains have changed hands for millions of dollars. That's why bots and investors constantly scan for lapsed names, hoping to catch the one someone forgot to renew. Now the technical part everyone dreads, pointing your new domain to an actual website. To make your domain do something, you edit its DNS records. A record points the name to a server's IP address, while name records point to another name. Change these in your registrar's dashboard, then wait. Updates can take a few hours to spread worldwide in a process called propagation. While you wait, secure it. This next step protects both your visitors and your search ranking. An SSL certificate turns your address from HTTP into the secure HTTPS with the little padlock. It encrypts data between the visitor and your site, and browsers now warn users away from pages without it. The good news is most hosts and registrars hand out SSL for free automatically. You should also lock the domain itself, so nobody can quietly transfer it away from you. Registrar lock is a status that blocks unauthorized transfers to another company. Combine it with two-factor authentication on your account, because domain theft usually happens through hacked logins, not clever hacking. These two settings together stop the vast majority of hijacking attempts cold. And that's genuinely it. In under 10 minutes, you own a coordinate on the entire internet. Let's lock in the whole flow. Pick a short name, choose a trusted extension, buy from a real registrar, ignore the upsells, add privacy, and turn on auto-renew. Do those 6 things and your slice of the web is safe, secure, and truly yours. A domain is cheap to rent but priceless to lose, so name it well, lock it down, and never miss a renewal.